Hello and welcome to another interactive preview. This time we're playing Gabriel Knight 3, Blood of the Sacred, Blood of the Damned. And as you can read, we have just arrived with our tour group at Chateau the Cellar. Now we take the role of Grace Nakamura. Yeah, we're not going to be playing Gabriel, but for those who are a big fan of Tim Curry's version of Gabriel, I have included a promo audio file, which I'm sure you will enjoy. But for now, we are going to explore the area. This is the place where we came from.
I think I'd better wait for the group. Wow, those gates are gorgeous. There's a grapevine pattern on them. It's clever.
So the group is already inside. Now there's a van over here. That's the one that we came with.
Madeline's van. Well, at least she's not driving something expensive. Then I'd really have to hate her.
We actually missed the introduction video to this segment, which had a character named Emilio. He actually got sick and said he was going to take a nap inside the van. Now, there is actually no sign of him. We can even lift the camera upwards and have a look down, but there's no sign of him in the van. But I could find some audio files that actually do have a reference to him, so I'm going to play them for you now.
That's Emilio Baza. I met him briefly last night. No, I don't want to disturb Mr. Baza. He's sick. It did come on rather suddenly, though. Maybe he doesn't like wine.
That's a bit strange. I'm not sure that's in the finished version if he is actually in the scene, but for now, let's have a look around.
This certainly is a beautiful estate. Look at that fountain.
Now the interface of Gabriel Knight 3 is actually quite unique, as in you can pan around and, for example, if we want to inspect the building over here, we can just move the camera along until we come to a place which has an interaction highlight, and then we can just zoom in on it, and there we go, and then have a look at it.
That's a big garage for Europe. Most of them can barely fit a Peugeot.
And the Peugeot obviously is a car, for those not familiar with that. Now this is a door.
There's a side entrance to the garage. At least I think it's a garage. No dice.
No, we can't go in this way, but we are going to have a little look where all the tour people are. So, here we find a sign.
There's a sign on the wine tasting barn. It says, Chateau de Serres Winery, Monsieur Excelsior Montreux, owner and vineyard master? And tasting and sales, I think.
Okay, so why don't we go inside and see where the rest is.
Is Monsieur Montreux not joining us?
Not that I know of, mademoiselle, but I'll let him know you are here.
Hey, I saved you a secret.
Ah, merci. You are such the gentleman, Monsieur Mosley. But I am keeping my eye on you. You better not go back you know where and do you know what?
Huh?
Oh, we are playing dumb, are we? You know I can wiggle it out of you.
Well, have some wine, Madeline.
Okay, so here we have Madeline.
I think she has attention deficit syndrome. She can't stand not getting attention.
She is our tour guide.
I'd rather cut off my tongue, thanks.
And you can see that Grace and her don't really see eye to eye. This is our friend Mosley.
He should come with a tag that says, insert finger here and proceed to wind. I don't think I could get his attention. I got better things to do anyway.
Yes, because we need to snoop around. Now, before we do, we're actually going to talk to this fella.
Well, Abbe Arnaud has finally found something he likes better than his binoculars. Abbe Arnaud, what do you know about Chateau de Serres?
Not much. It is an old estate that has been rebuilt. The current owner is a Monsieur Montreux.
Now you can actually see that we're getting 2 points for that. Learning the name of the person of the chateau, but we actually already knew that since we read the sign. But that's another matter.
Oh, they're serving a little bread and cheese with the wine. No thanks, I ate too late last night. Do you know Monsieur Montreux well?
No, unfortunately. Wonderful wine, Chateau de Serres, but very expensive, yes? It is not often within my budget to pay a visit.
Now, there are some other people in the tour, like these two ladies.
I really don't want to get stuck in a conversation with Lady Howard about how good or bad she thinks the wine is.
But you can see these people really aren't very interesting. What about the bartender then?
Not with everyone sitting there listening. He's kind of cute. Pale, but cute.
Pale? Looks like he's fallen in a bunch of charcoal, but anyway, let's leave. Because we got more interesting things to do. For example, we're going to have a little look at this chateau.
Ah, impressive. This must be the main house.
Can we get in?
I can't just walk in uninvited. At least, not out here where everyone can see me. Well, I would like to check it out, but I don't think I can just knock and say, hey, can I search the place?
No, that would be stupid, but there is actually a side entrance here.
Oh my god, it sounds like a baby crying.
Okay, that we need to check out. There is indeed some sort of baby crying. What is this?
I need to get into that house. But how?
Well, we can climb it, but there's also an entrance here.
Oh, that sound seems to be coming from the cellar. Nope. Didn't think it would be that easy.
Okay, so there's only way really, and that is to climb. Our way up.
I have got to try to get into that house somehow.
Okay, so we have some vines here.
Looks like a Virginia creeper, but it must be something else. Something French.
And there is a window over here.
I can't see into that window from here.
So let's climb further. Okay, so now we are inside.
Someone does, or did, some work up here.
We can take the camera along this corridor, or loft, and we can see that there is a cupboard over here.
There's a large wardrobe against the wall. Wonder what these symbols mean. I've never seen anything like it. It doesn't look like Hebrew, Greek, or Arabic, and it certainly isn't Oriental.
That's interesting. Now we go into inventory. Take out our sketchbook and sketch it. Great, now let's search around a bit. What's this?
A trunk! Oh, I wonder if it could be the one from the train.
Kiela, yes, who is there? We need to hide.
I'd never fit in there.
Well, what about here?
Monsieur Montreux, is that you?
Mademoiselle Boutin, how enchanting.
Monsieur, surely you will join us for a drink and provide a bit of expertise on your wines? S'il vous plaît.
Of course, at your service, mademoiselle.
Okay, that was a close one. You can actually get caught. You'll be thrown out of the house, and then you can actually take the entrance to the cellar, which was locked before. But obviously you'll miss all the interesting bits, like, for example,
Old books. In French. Looks like they've been up here a while.
okay, well, maybe not the books then, but I'm sure there's a window over here.
It overlooks the courtyard.
So see if we can get a better look on the... Okay, so there's our van. Nothing really else to do here. So we are going to turn around and head downstairs.
There's a winding staircase going down to the second floor.
Now we are inside the library. And there's a couple of things to do. First we're going to have a little look at this portrait.
That looks like the guy I saw upstairs. Madeline called him Montreux.
Now, if we zoom in on him, we can actually see there is something in his eye, like a shiny thing.
There's really something weird about the eyes.
But we are too small to see that, so we're going to take this chair. And see if we can get slightly closer.
There's really something weird about the eyes. Oh, wow.
So yeah, what is this?
I have no idea what that might mean. That is bizarre. It's part man, part grail.
Yeah. Quite exciting. Anyway, we're going to have a little look at this desk.
This desk looks really old, like something out of Dickens. I have no idea what it says. It looks like Latin.
Now, there is a drawer here.
There's a book in the drawer.
Let's read it.
Gods Among Us, the Immortals. Ah, those must be the alleged immortals. Some of them I've never heard of. Someone's made notes. They can't seriously mean... Nah, no way.
Okay, let's close this book.
What a bunch of nonsense.
In the finished version, you can actually take a print from this book because you will have a fingerprint kit. But in this demo you don't, so you can't actually get the 2 points that were allocated to it, and we can therefore not reach the 38 points that this demo allows us to have. And I'm not sure why that is, because obviously in the finished version you've got loads more points to score, but as we can see when we finish this demo, these 2 points for getting the fingerprints off that book are left out. So if you're looking at this and you know a way how to get these prints, let me know and I'll put it into this video. But for now, let's close the drawer. Have a little look down. You see there is a button here.
Ah! Whoa. This place is rigged. I wonder if that's a bad thing.
So you can see that there are laser beams. Infrared.
Something tells me that's not just an artistic statement. Those lights are just shining out into the room. It seems like there should be some kind of pattern.
Yeah, that is correct. There is some sort of pattern, and we are going to mess a little bit with these statue heads.
That's great! I think.
So as you can see, we formed a pentagram, and that opened a special secret doorway passage thingy.
Ugh. And I yell at Gabriel for taking stupid risks.
Yes, we are inside some sort of basement. But there is not a lot to do. But I'll show you around.
Well, I guess this really is a winery. Okay, that's a good thing. It's locked. That door's not locked. I wonder where it goes. That crying sound is coming from behind that door. Oh, great. It's just a wine press.
Okay, so just a wine press. We just stumbled into the press itself, which makes some sort of whining noise. Can you believe it?
Grapes waiting for the press. Rather gruesome now that I think about it. I'm not exactly sightseeing down here.
No, we should get going. Ooh. What's this?
It's rather violent, isn't it? The grape press is huge. At least I think it's a grape press.
Well, who's this person then?
That woman looks as old as this basement.
Let's talk to her.
Excuse me.
Oh, mademoiselle, douce mademoiselle, si jeune, si jolie, si appétissante.
You don't speak English, do you? I'll just...
Pomme bleue, mademoiselle, pomme bleue.
Let go. I don't know what you're saying. Let go.
Pomme bleue, aimeriez-vous des pommes bleues?
Stop it!
Pomme bleue, ou préféreriez-vous uniquement du jus? Hein? Un jus tout bleu, un jus sucré, un jus de raisin prêté à coups de poing.
Okay, that is the end of this rather intriguing demo. If you enjoyed this, go play Gabriel Knight 3. It's an excellent game. And please stay tuned for a special Tim Curry promo announcement. And I will see you next time. Take care now. Bye bye.
Are you up for a little mystery? A taste of the paranormal, perhaps? Don't turn on your TV and watch one of those skimpy UFO documentaries. Join me, Gabriel Knight, in a real enigma. You see, it all started when Grace and I were invited to the home of a prince in exile. You know the type, European noble family, ousted at some point by politics and progress. Seems this guy has a problem. His family's being, well, fed upon by something that has a taste for blue blood. We were supposed to just keep an eye out, but sure enough, his son was kidnapped the first night we were there. So we end up chasing the bad guys to a place called Rennes-le-Chateau. Now, I'm not going to go into details, but this town is weird. There was this local priest who got stinking rich some time back. Now treasure hunters scour the place, trying to learn his secret. No one knows for sure what the priest found. Some say gold, some the Grail, some say it was secrets. But you'll figure it out, if you've got the guts to stick with it. Rennes-le-Chateau is a real place, you know. There's parchments, riddles, a treasure map, conspiracies, secret societies, ancient bloodlines. What can I say? Grace and I never do anything simple. Thing is, we need your help on this one. You'll know it when you see it. Gabriel Knight, blood of the sacred, blood of the damned. See you in 3D land. Oh, and play it with the lights.